Welcome back, Redemption Weekly Racing Series, ARCA at Daytona. That's right, folks, we're super speedway racing out here tonight. PCs by Thomas ARCA Series. And let's get it going. Daytona racing's always fun, any oval car. Let's see what they got for us. So we have Stephen Hott and Sam Price on the front row to start this thing off. They're going to come to green. Chris Cornell and Hunter McCall are going to be your second row. And let's get it going. And green, green, green. Steve and Sam are going to lead them around on the first lap. 3 cars on the high side. Everybody else low. And Sam and Hunter are going to get a crazy run going into 1. They're going to dip down. We're going to leave Bryson Witherspoon up top out to dry. Bryson's going to want to find a drafting partner fast, or he's going to want to dip down to that low side, or he's going to get washed out. Sam and Hunter off to the races. Stevens now just catching back up to him. Bryson's trying to squeeze his way in somewhere. Stevens going to go force another lane up top. Maybe save Bryson. Interesting tactics there. On board, and we see the bank at Daytona. It's ARCA cars, man, they're fun. Sam's going to lead our first lap here. Hunter's going to be behind him. And Steven, Bryson, and Chris Cornell on the high side. Chris is going to be in between Bryson and Steven. They're going to try to get that line working. Sam doesn't know which lane to block. He's going to go middle, and let's go 3 wide on the second lap. Let's go 4 wide. Maybe 5 wide on the second lap. Yeah, good. Let's do that. Super speedway racing, right? 3 wide stills. Matt Mitchell, is making his way up in there. Steven's going to try to clip off Hunter's nose up there, and he gets in front of him. We are still 3 wide. I have no idea what's going on. We are on the second lap. Chris is going to get down a little bit. Bryson's a little out of shape. Bryson's going to get into Chris Cornell. Chris Cornell's going to get around. He's going to go into Kyle Bolin. Kyle Bolin's going to survive it. Chris is going to spin around. Caution is out. Doesn't appear to be a lot of damage. Here's a replay. Chris got down just a little bit. Bryson was a little squirrely, it seemed. And that's what happens on a super speedway right there. And does not appear that Chris Cornell has a lot of damage on that car. As we see Matthew Stewart at the back of the grid, unfortunately he did not start the green flag with us. I don't exactly know what happened there, but good to see him out on the track. Steven and Hunter are going to come back to the restart, and they're going to take the green. Guys, it's the 6th lap. I mean, that was a little bit absurd. We went almost 5 wide on the second lap. I mean, I don't get it. But here we go. Bryson Witherspoon up top with Chris Cornell. With Matthew Stewart behind him and Kyle Bolin behind him. That bottom lane's getting all backed up into each other. Matt Mitchell gets back into Steven. And they're going to spread out a little bit. Yeah, that's a good idea, guys. We are not even on the 10th lap. So, everybody calm down here. Hunter leads us, Sam Price, and then Bryson Witherspoon and Stephen Hott side by side. Bryson and Stewart trying to make that second lane up top work. Matt Mitchell fell behind a little bit. A little bit of an accordion effect a lap ago. Matt Mitchell's going to get tucked in behind Stephen again. Chris is going to get tucked back in behind Matt. And Kyle Bolin is going to lead your top line here. And Bryson Witherspoon goes from last to first, which is crazy. And Matthew Stewart has hey, let's go. They are going to try to leave the pack behind. They got about 3 or 4 car lengths between. So right on board with Stephen Hott, getting ready to push Mr. Kyle Bolin on that top side. And we're going to go 3 wide again before we hit 10 laps. Why not? Yep, let's just keep doing it. Matthew Mitchell almost was looking to make it forward. You'd think we're short track racing out here. This is crazy. Alright, Bryson Witherspoon leads us. Matthew Stewart behind him. Hunter behind him. Sam, Matt Mitchell, Kyle Bolin, Stephen Hott, and Chris Cornell. Finally getting into a single lane race here, almost. Nobody can decide what lane they want to be in. Sam makes a little aggressive move out to the right there. Matt Mitchell follows him. Maybe we're going to settle in here a little bit. Seems Matt Mitchell's having a little bit of a struggle keeping that car down on the yellow line in the corner. Matthew Stewart, no newbie to super speedway racing. I would say he is one of the most dangerous people out here. He's a good person to have on your side until it's the last 5 laps, but he is a good pusher. He is pushing Bryson away from these guys right now. Hunter McCall's going to get a little bit of a run to him. Everyone's still in the draft with each other. These ARCA cars sometimes just struggle to close up completely. Don't exactly know why, but as we see, we are not bumper to bumper, but we're more, you know, a space between bumpers. I think we've settled down a little bit now. I mean, okay, no, we haven't. As Stewart goes to the low side, Bryson Witherspoon goes to the high side. Sam Price is going to be looking to push Stewart to the lead. Kyle Bolin behind him. Bryson Witherspoon is just going to get shuffled back. He is out of it. Nobody to help Bryson. Chris Cornell is going to get by Bryson. Hunter McCall is going to go down and try to get by Bryson. You'd think this last 11 laps was like the last 3 laps of the Daytona 500, I swear. Matt Mitchell is going to get tucked in behind Kyle Bolin. Everyone's going to try to get back in line here. Everybody needs to stay calm. Stephen Hott's going to try to form up that high side once again. So really long. Stephen Hott's going to duck in. He's going to leave Chris Cornell, his teammate, out to dry up top. Alright, everybody, we're getting squirrely out here. Stephen Hott avoids Matt Mitchell. Matt Mitchell almost gets on the side of Stephen Hott. Stephen Hott's forced to go by himself on that top side lane, but here comes his teammate Chris, and Stephen leaves his teammate again to go to the bottom. Chris has got to get tucked in there. He's going to lose it. "35 laps out here at Daytona. And these guys are moving. Kyle Bolin looking for maybe a topside run. No one to go with him. Matt Mitchell is going to sneak by on the bottom side. Kyle Bolin just does not have the draft up top. No one to help him. Chris Cornell, his teammate, is coming up to help him a little bit if he can close that gap. But they're going to need more than 2 cars up there if they want to get going. Kyle Bolin's going to dip down in front of Hunter McCall back in line. And man, everyone is leaving Mr. Chris Cornell out to dry. He really needs to slot in. There we go. He's going to slot in front of Bryson Witherspoon. All right. Got all my ducks in a row here. Let's keep them in a straight line, fellas. As Chris is going to go to the high side and try to get in front of Hunter, maybe. He's going to run side by side. Chris struggling to keep it on the yellow line. Mr. Super Speedway himself leads us around. Matthew Stewart, followed by Sam Price, and then Matt Mitchell. Matt Mitchell making a good run here. Not typically an oval guy, but he can do it. He can get down. He's doing it right now. Stephen Hott tucked in that 4th spot. Chris Cornell finally found his way down behind his teammate Kyle Bolin. Hunter's just ever so slightly right around the back. Strategy there. Matthew Mitchell going around Daytona. Gonna try to tuck up behind Sam Price, keep the draft going, keep these guys in a straight line, keep them going good. I think the chaos has settled just a little bit here at Daytona under the lights. Stephen Hott's going to be looking to get up to his teammate Matthew Stewart. Those guys are dangerous when they link up together. Matthew Mitchell again running a good race right now. Fortunately, Sam Price is the leader right now. Unfortunate for Stewart. Stewart did not start the race, so he is a lap or 2 down. 3 laps down, I'm sorry. But he is leading that pack around right now. But Sam Price is your race leader. So Sam Price is the 1 spot. Matthew Mitchell in the 2 spot. Stephen Hott, in the 3 spot. But I tell you what, if Stephen Hott gets up to Matthew Stewart will help him pull away. Chris Cornell, we can see ever so slight damage to the front left. Going to assume that's from the run-in with Bryson Witherspoon on that 2nd or 3rd lap, but doesn't seem to be causing much issue at the moment. He's staying with the draft. He's staying with his teammate Kyle Bolin. They're snaking down the tri-oval. Definitely think Hunter McCall is playing a fuel strategy here. He is at the back, and he stayed at the back exclusively. You see Bryson Witherspoon dropping out of the draft, and if that happens, it's going to be a tough day for Bryson. So you can see there, Hunter's about 3/4 throttle, not on the red line, nothing like that. Nice and smooth around Daytona. Oh, issue with Chris Cornell. He's going to go down. He's going to go down fast. I wonder if he blew his engine. I wonder what's happening with Chris Cornell. He was in it, and now he's out of it. As Hunter McCall had to avoid him, it doesn't seem like his engine's blown, but I'm not exactly sure what happened there. Maybe he's out of fuel. Maybe he's got aero damage, I'm not sure, but he is dropping back rapidly. Stephen Hott, still in that 3rd spot. Tucked behind Matt Mitchell. And here they come down pit road. Everyone's going to take fuel. Kyle Bolin is going to fly down pit road, trying to gain some spots. Everybody came in pretty respectively. I think we left a Stephen Hott out on the track, along with maybe one more. Actually, I think everyone is down pit lane except for Stephen Hott. Bryson misses his pit box there. Kyle Bolin, not sure if he's going to have a speeding penalty or not. He came in awfully hot. Chris Cornell's going to come in. I wonder what happened to Chris. It doesn't seem that he's got engine damage, but he dropped off the pace rapidly. As Stephen Hott's coming around right now, is he going to come down pit lane or is he going to keep going? And I believe Stephen's still out there with Hunter McCall. No, Hunter is right there coming out of pit lane. Alright, so first fuel cycle for most everybody. Everyone's going to get back out. Stephen Hott is still leading this race at the moment. but he is in pit lane right now. Looks like Kyle Bolin maybe had to serve a penalty. Maybe he was speeding. Stephen Hott's going to be coming back out on the track right now. But Sam Price is coming around with Hunter McCall. Stephen going to retain the lead here? We will see. And it looks like he will. Stephen Hott, a great pit lane run for him. As these three cars back here are battling it out, coming out of pit lane. Guys, we still got about 15 laps to go. We can all relax still. But man, Hunter is pressing the issue, on the back of Sam Price's bumper. Matt Mitchell's just going to try to get close, stay with them, don't lose the draft. Stephen Hott and Matthew Sturat are linked together. So that's going to be Matthew Sturat that stayed out with Stephen Hott on that last pit cycle while everybody else came in, and then they came in a lap later. So it looks like team strategy is going to be playing here. Stephen with Matthew Sturat, those guys can be deadly out here. This three-car train really needs to get up to them if they want to have a chance. Kyle Bolin up ahead. Right now, Steven's got this wrapped up. He's got a teammate up there with him. Those guys are no slouch to speedway racing. And Hunter McCall's got to start pushing Sam Price if they want to get up to them. He cannot let those guys go. Unfortunate scenario for Chris Cornell and Bryson Witherspoon. They're well behind the pack out of the drafts. Kyle Bolin's going to lead that pack of three now. Kyle Bolin did go a lap down on that pit stop. I'm going to guess he had to serve a penalty. He came into the pits extremely fast, trying to maybe jump some positions there, and just couldn't get it slowed down in time. But here we go. Hunter is all alone. What happened to Mr. Sam Price? Sam Price picked up Kyle Bolin and they went. Hunter and Matthew Mitchell dropped off pretty hard. Hunter's going to probably be looking to pick up Matt Mitchell here so he can get up there with the rest of them. Again, a nice tap here on the bumper. And now we have ourselves a race with the pack up front. We did have Sam Price link up with Kyle Bolin, which is a lap car, but that brought Sam back into contention with Stephen Hott as he leads this race, but also has his teammate Matthew Sturat up there to help him. Hunter and Matt Mitchell are racing side by side, and I don't think that's the best case scenario for either of them right now. They need to link up and they need to get going. Or let's drag race down the back straight. We could do that too. This is for third and fourth, so you know this is a fair race. But if they want any shot at one or two, they got to be linked up and get going together. But they are going to be too far behind right now. Unfortunately, Chris Cornell and Bryson Witherspoon are going to drop out of this one. They are well behind the pack, and I don't think they're going to be able to catch up. Maybe still a strategy play for Hunter here. I'm not quite sure. I would think with the last pit cycle, that would be the last stop for fuel. Maybe. Not exactly sure. We'll see how this develops. Yeah, Hunter's taking it nice and easy. Maybe he's going to be close on fuel. Maybe the others have to pit again. But regardless, he's playing into some strategy here, one way or another. As Stephen Hott and Sam Price, here they are now, are trying to run away with this thing. But unfortunately for Sam Price, like I've said, Stephen Hott's got his teammate up there, which can make things difficult. As Kyle Bolin's going to come into the frame as well. He's going to try to get back to those guys, but it's going to be tough without another car. Here we go. It's right on to Sam Price, front bumper, chasing down Stephen Hott. You know, if I was Stephen Hott, I'd probably be smiling right now. He does have theoretical race lead and a teammate in front to help him when he needs it. And they're going to stay linked up. The best case scenario for Sam Price was getting up to Stephen Hott, so this could develop into a race here at the end. About 8 laps to go. Sam Price is going to get a little wide there. He's really got to stay tucked on that yellow line. He's got to do whatever Stephen Hott in front of him does if he wants a shot at this. Alright, Sam's going to close the gap here a little bit. He's going to do what he can to stay with Stephen Hott. As lap car of Chris Cornell is going to be on the top side. He's going to let them go through. Tough run for Chris Cornell. Hate to see that for him as he gets into the outside wall a little bit, but he is going to try to get behind Sam and pick up a little bit of a draft. I don't think Chris's car was ever quite the same after that contact with Bryson Witherspoon, that accident on the first opening laps of this race. But let's sit back for a minute and listen to these things go around the track. Alright, so now we're in a situation where the leaders here, could end up lapping Hunter McCall and Matt Mitchell up in front of them, which I wonder if Hunter's fuel strategy did not work, or if he did not get enough fuel to finish this race somehow, and he had to go into a saving mode, because Hunter is fast on an oval, so I'm curious what happened there. And they're going to get ready to pick up Hunter. Maybe Hunter's hanging back, help out Sam Price. Doesn't look like it. He's going to get out of their way. And he's going to let that lead pack go right on by. Matt Mitchell and Bryson Witherspoon are up ahead of the leaders. They're going to be the next to get lapped. If these guys link up right now, there's a chance that they can get away from them a little bit. But Matt Mitchell's going to go to the inside of his team owner and teammate, Bryson Witherspoon, and he's just going to let him go. No drafting, no nothing. This has been a fairly odd Daytona race. The way this is all shaken out is quite strange. seems like wrong fuel strategies were called on pit lane for a lot of these guys. Bryson Witherspoon's going to get to the high side of the track. He's going to let that lead pack go through. And we have 3 to go this lap. And Bryson's going to go back around his teammate. And Mitchell's going to tuck in behind Bryson a little bit, try to get some draft. Stephen Hott doing everything he can to stay in front of Sam Price, but it's not too hard when you have a teammate like Matthew Stewart in front. Well, Bryson Witherspoon is going to pick up Sam Price, and Matt Mitchell's going to follow behind them, so this can make the end of this very interesting. Sam now has a helper behind him to combat Matthew Stewart and Stephen Hott out of the backdraft. But here we go, across the stripe. It's going to leave 2 to go. 34 out of 35. Stephen Hott leading. Sam Price in second. Bryson Witherspoon in third. Matt Mitchell in fourth. Fortunately, the likes of Chris Cornell, Hunter McCall, Kyle Boland have fallen out of this, including Stu Rat, but he's stuck with his teammate. If anything's going to happen, it's going to be on the next lap. Got to watch out for that 87 car up there, Stephen Hott, and got to watch out for Sam Price up there. Excuse me, 87 of Sam Price and 84 of Stephen Hott. Here we go, last lap. White is out. And Bryson's going to fall back, and he's not going to be able to help Sam out. So Steven's going to be smiling right now in that 84 car. All he needs to do is get through to this lap. Stu Rat's going to play blocker for him. Matthew Mitchell's going to get in front of Bryson Witherspoon for that 3rd spot. And here we go. Stephen Hott by himself with Samuel Price. Last lap, last turn, coming to the stripe. Sam's not going to have the momentum to get him. Stephen Hott's going to take the checkered flag at Daytona. And he owes a lot of that race to his teammate, Stu Rat. Sam Price is going to take that 2nd spot. Matt Mitchell is going to get in front of his team owner, Bryson Witherspoon, for that 3rd spot. Bryson's going to take that 4th spot, and Chris Cornell is going to round out that 5th spot, which is a great finish for him after his incident early in the race. We're going to have Hunter McCall in that 6th spot, Kyle Boland in that 7th spot. And Matthew Stewrat's going to round out your field, folks. There we go. Congrats, Stephen Hott. Takes it home at Daytona.